we're going to do today. I'm going to show you how to get one of these ornaments from the Dollar Tree. This is how they come. And this is what you'll start off doing. Usually I would use either black or whatever the base color. Oh, I'm so glad, Habibti. I'm so glad. I'm trying to find the brush that I used earlier. So I'm using some black paint. And your first prep is to paint it the color of your base foil or black. In my case, it's right now. I'm showing you how to do it, but I've already prepped some of the ornaments. So you paint this. This is a plastic ornament. And you'll probably have to do 2 coats. I did 2 coats on most of the ornaments because I wanted a perfectly covered background. You let this dry. Let it dry naturally because it's plastic. You don't want to use a hairdryer or a heat gun for sure because it's going to melt it. And you would do it all over. Once you do your first coat, let it dry naturally, as I said, and add a second coat. But we're not going to wait for this to dry. Oops. Well, we needed to get it off anyway. Don't do what I did, and that's drop it. But I'm going over the areas that I redid, that I dropped. So once you do this, you let it dry. This does not look black to me on the screen, but it is. You will have to do, as I said, a second coat, and the second coat will give you the following. 1 second, let me just get this out of the way. And I've already prepped one. And it still doesn't look very black. Maybe my light is not right. Hold on. Does this look better? Yeah, that looks more like black. And what you need to do then is get your foil adhesive. This has taken 2 coats, and it was the same color as the first one that I painted. So what you would do is add your adhesive, and your adhesive will be a milky white. But it dries clear, and I will show you what I mean by that. Try and get it on as smooth as possible. me just add some more foil adhesive. Oops, that's the wrong thing. That's the texture. And by next Wednesday, hopefully, you will find the adhesive on my website. I sold out. And I'm waiting for them to ship. Well, they shipped another load. And my website is Walls and More by Mimi. Again, I think this is a little bit too thick for me, so I'm going to just add a little bit of water. And continue. Try and cover as much as possible because the foil will only grab where there is the size. And size simply means adhesive. And as I said, cover it as smoothly as possible. And if you have any questions, please post them. I can see them on my screen. I hope you've all had a good week. And make sure you cover everywhere because it will not. Yes, I do, Kathy. I do carry their texture paste. And I love it. It's like marshmallow. And actually, I can't remember which live, but I did use it for Christmas ornaments. This is pretty much covered, and what I'll do is at the end, we'll test out exactly how long it took. Yes, I do. It's on my website, Walls and More by Mimi. It's www. Walls, W-A-L-S, and More, A-N-D, More, by Mimi. And I can post that at the end of the live. I don't know how to pin. So, once you've done that, the next part is the most exciting part. I'm going to get the foils. Let's see which one. I have a hologram leopard. And let me move the adhesive out of the way, or the size. Where are my scissors? They were here a minute ago. And this is the hologram leopard. You can see the colors as I'm moving it. So I'm just going to cut a small piece. You will also find all of APS's foils on my website. Right now my website has just got everything APS and everything well, my art will soon be on there. My Would You Bend and Posh Chalk is still on Etsy for the time being. So now, this one was prepared. It's also a dollar store. I think they come 6 or 7 for $1. And we're going to change the whole appearance of this by doing this. Now you can crumple up your foils if you want. Now, no one says, there's nothing that prevents you from doing that. So you put it on. And try and get as much on as possible. And let's see what we have here. Look at that. That looks really, really good. Now, before you hang it on the tree, you can, I forgot to mention that the foils, you always put the pretty side up. This is the ugly side, this is the pretty side. So you put it on, you cover your project, and you remove it. I'm just getting the areas that I didn't. Now you do need to seal this, because even though you've covered it with the foil adhesive, with the foils, it still needs sealing. Let's try another one. How about we try, let me see what colors we have. I have this one. Oh, and I wish I could remember the name. Oh, Desiree, are you on? If you're on, remind me what this is called. Let me move that out of the way. We have this one, or there's another one I want to try as well. And I'm going to show you both. Actually, we'll try this one. And we're going to try it on a background that's, one is a green and one is red. So we have those two that are prepared. And I'm going to cover, oops, I can see some places where I'm not covered with this one. There's an area here that's not shiny. So I had no foil adhesive. Can you see that? Oh, I don't know if you can. Because when the foil adhesive dries, it becomes clear, unlike this one. This one still is not dry. These two are dry. You can see the cloudiness. It typically takes 45 minutes to an hour. So this one I know is not going to come out 100%, but I have a green background, and this is Garrison's glitter, which also has green in it. So let's see what happens. I normally don't, I cut these with a sharp pair of scissors, which I don't have here right now. And let's see how the red one, actually this is a good idea to do one red and one green using the same paper, so you can get an idea of what they will look like. Okay, shiny side up. Pretty side up. The foils need preparation, and you need a little patience, in other words, to wait for them to adhere, to set up. Another thing that I should tell you is, you know you've used up your foil when you've got, can you see my hand underneath it? When the plastic that has the metallization on it becomes clear like this, that's when you know that part to not use. And we've used this much, but there's still some areas that I feel that are not covered, so I'm going to take it off and apply some more. And don't forget, you need to seal it after you're finished with a clear sealer. And this is what the red one looks like. Now let's see with the green, the same paper, what we will get. And remember, I noticed a spot right here where I forgot to foil. Let's try this with the green. If anyone has any questions, please put them in the comments. And if you're watching on a replay, just put hashtag replay and where you're from. I rub it with my hand, but you can rub it with a scrub brush like this. But for the most part, the adhesive, the foil adhesive is pretty good. It covers up. This one did not cover as much, so let's keep trying to add more. Maybe I was light with the adhesive or the size. Oops. Yeah, it was very light. I did not put a lot of adhesive on, but you're going to see how the two Christmas ornaments turn out. And I've used this small piece of foil, and you can see where it's clear. Those are the areas that have been used up where you can see my hand. And I'm going to show you both of these and how they turned out. One was green and one was red. Clearly the green one, even though I missed spots, does not appear to have been harmed. And the red one came out really pretty. So using the same foil but a different foil base, paint base, has achieved these three different looks. Now I thought I had done a large one, Let me see if I put it somewhere. I'm going to put these back. And I'm pretty sure I did a large one. But you know what? Let's just carry on with these. Now this is another one that has a green base. And the adhesive, you can see how shiny it is. Versus the back, which is not shiny. This is not shiny. This is shiny. And that has clear. It's now clear. And let's use a stencil with it. Let's see what stencil would look good. All right. These are stencils that I got from Amazon. And what I'm going to do is, let's try the Christmas tree. And you're going to apply it and center it. But I'm going to cover this bit because I don't want any foil coming on. So let's see what we can do. And this bit, the only thing that I want showing is the Christmas tree. And let's do it sparkle gold. This is a good time to be using all our sparkly foils. This is called sparkle foil. And this is, we apply then shiny side, the pretty side up. And actually I don't need it to be that big. So let's apply this here. And I'm going to rub for the most part, but then I'm not going to be able to get into the groove because it's a small stencil. So I am going to use, let me see where I put it. Okay. I use a stylus. And I'm just going to go over the edges where the stencil lies. I can see where the edges are of the stencil. You can see like this. The outline. And the star. And now we're going to do the reveal. So look at what showed up, and this is what's left from the foil. I'm going to remove the stencil, but this isn't the end. because we're going to go over it with another color. And I'm thinking maybe green. I have green right here because my base was green. So I'm just going to put this on. And do that, and let's see what we come up with. Because I have my base color is green, the foil did not adhere 100%. I mean, the foil did not release 100%, but that's okay because my base color is green and this is green, so you can't really see the difference. And at the same time, guess what? You've got a Christmas tree stencil now that you can use on another project. So let's try putting the Christmas tree, which is this without the stencil, and let's see how we can get this to release. Obviously, some of the green is going to go on the black. And you've got the stencil that we just took off the foil after we did this one. So out of one piece of, out of one stencil, you ended up with two different looks. But this one's not done, it's still tacky. So let's see, what color should we put on top? Let me see if I have. Let's try the hologram. And we might have to move it a couple of times. So that it will all release. There's one little bit here that I know we didn't get. And look again, you've got the Christmas tree. Let's see if I can show you this better. No, I can't show you that. Let me see if it'll show up here. Does this show up? No, it's not showing up. Maybe on white. Yeah, can you see here? You've got the shape of a Christmas tree. And that just comes from not using this part because it's already covered in foil. This must have been a very boring life. Everybody's left, but that's okay. Let me just add a little bit more here. And there's another ornament. So we've done this one and this one, both with Christmas trees. Two different looks. Now let's try using something different on this Christmas tree. I just want it all sparkly. I don't want anything on it that would not show, I just want it plain because I think the paper in itself is amazing. And when you're doing this, just lift off gently. And if you see it hasn't released completely and you want some more, then put the foil back and you can. Like here, we don't have a complete release. Put it back on, rub it again, and now you do. So I'm just going to make sure I get this really well covered. And let's release. And look at that instead of that. That's so pretty. Remember, you need to seal these with any sealer. I typically use a gloss sealer because I don't want to lose the shine. And let's see our last one. What color should I use? It's red. Let's see what I have in here. Let's see if we can find one that I can use. Hopefully there's a red glitter because I don't have any red glitter left. I'd like to use this one here. Let's do Cameo, even though the base is not. Oh, let's use this one. I don't know what this one is, but this is a perfect color. Because my background is red, we can use this one. Just put this on like that. I don't know what color this is. I'm going to have to check with them. Now you can scrub. Let's see. Oh, that turned out magnificent. I love that. Look at that. And look at what we started off with. So far we've done red, a red background, a black background, a green background, and three other Christmas balls. I have this one that I ruined when I first started the live, and let's see what this color paper would look like on this, because I'm intrigued. Oops. Just lift it up because it's not even. I want it flat, and I've got a crease here, but I can lift it up and put it back. And let's do the reveal. Oops. Because my paint, because my glue, my size, had not been tacky. I hadn't left it long enough because I did this at the beginning of the live. And it's only been 45 minutes. We ended up with a hole here and a hole here. So it's imperative. I'm glad I did this with you on the live, and I love this paper. This paper is amazing. It would be a great idea to have left it for an hour, but this is live video, so what you would do is place some more adhesive foil on this, adhesive on this, let it tack up, and then go over it with the same paper. And you can see the shape of the star here. Well, I'd like to thank you for joining me. And just want to remind you what we did. On a red background, we did the Garrison's glitter. On a green background, we did Garrison's glitter. On a black background, we did the, what's it called? Holographic, what's the word? Oh, let me see what the word is. Holographic, is it holographic? Someone correct me if I'm wrong. Leopard. I also showed you, let me just put these away, painting the first coat. Obviously you can see that it needs a second coat. And then applying the size, and it's kind of more or less, it's drying. I still wouldn't use it because I would leave it to tack up more. And then we did the flat ornaments. This one on a green background. This one on a red background, and the same one on, it's the gold background that I did. And then we used the gold, and we got the release of this on here, and this was regular bronze, and this was on a green background. We did gold, and we did a green, which I think is green grass. So thank you very much for joining me. I appreciate your time. If you have any questions, please put them on in the comments, and I will go back and check them out and answer them as best as I can. Thank you for spending the last 45 minutes with me.